Okay, but what is it like to study musical theater? Well, I'm here to tell you. It's actually like a lot harder than you might think. This is like honestly the video I wish I had when I was like applying. Not because it would have stopped me, but it's like kind of nice to know what you're getting yourself into. Also, if you're interested in NYU Steinhardt, you're applying there or you're going to study there, then this is like the most helpful video ever. So I'm currently studying at NYU Steinhardt and I just finished my freshman year, so I'm gonna go over all of the classes I took and tell you a little bit about them. So in no particular order, the first one I'm gonna start off with is a vocal performance workshop, and it's twice a week for an hour and 15 minutes both semesters. So first semester we mostly worked on like tongue twisters and like stuff for diction and different exercises that help relax your jaw and your tongue and your body pretty much. And let me tell you, we looked so silly. We looked really stupid, but it was really nice to be like licking a pretend ice cream cone with your lips and looking at other people, and they're also doing the exact same thing, so you don't feel as stupid. Well, you feel stupid, but like as a group, like, aw, we're all so weird. So that was first semester, and then at the end of that semester we worked on poems, and it was surprising how much that related to monologues. We worked a lot on like imagery and really seeing the images we were talking about, which also helped with like lists because it helped differentiate the different words. They all didn't kind of sound the same. So it was pretty much learning about putting meaning behind your words. So we each found a poem, we worked on that in class with everybody else, and we did have one time where we worked individually with our teacher, and then on the last day we presented them. And then second semester we worked on monologues. We first actually started looking at Story Circle for like 1 or 2 classes, and then we went on to Shakespeare monologues, and we were given like several to choose from, and we worked on those, and I have never had so much fun with Shakespeare, but that was actually a lot of fun. And then after that we found our own monologues, and they had to be contemporary monologues, and we worked on those. And it was really nice because our teacher made sure to create an environment where we weren't like terrified to make mistakes. Obviously it's still scary, but he made it clear that he's not going to judge us. Next is my favorite class, our voice lessons. Now you have this every year, you have the same coach for your 4 years. You can change if you really don't like your coach, but that usually doesn't happen. And I think it's about like a week or 2 before school starts, you will sing for a panel at the school, and I think all of the vocal coaches, which is like 20, there are like a lot of vocal coaches, and you prepare 3 songs and you sing 1 or 2 of them, and they're gonna place you with a coach. You also fill out like a questionnaire, and I love my coach so much. So you have it once a week. I had mine on Friday at 3 p.m. so it was literally my last class of the week, so it was like the perfect way to end the week. So in your lessons, you can bring in anything, but you have to work on whatever you sing in class before you do it in class. And the thing that I really like about my lessons, about my teacher in particular, is that we aren't working on super like technical things, I guess, because he wouldn't ever tell me lift your soft palate at a specific point in the song. If he thinks that I need to work on lifting my soft palate because I don't have enough space for a song, we'll work on an exercise that will lift my soft palate. Like maybe we'll work on a vowel exercise that helps lift my soft palate. He's never just gonna tell me, lift your soft palate. And the reason I think that's amazing is because just telling me to lift your soft palate is, 1, it's not that effective when you're going to other songs, and 2, if you don't understand how to truly lift your soft palate with exercises, then you're probably not gonna be doing it correctly. So we do like all these crazy exercises. I mean, this one, I literally just like lifted my shoulders like this and did shoulder stuff like that, and it helped with my breathing. Like, who would have thought? What? In the past, if I had a new song and I'm like, this part's really high, this part's really hard, my breath control sucks, I wouldn't know how to fix that. I would just kind of sing it again and again till I was like, oh, I guess it's better because I've sung it a million times. But now I have like all these tools to like make it better. I'm like, okay, I need to work my breathing. I know I can do the shoulder thing, or I can work on my arm movement, and that helps, and it's really nice. He's also honestly kind of been my therapist sometimes. I mean, usually I tell him how my week has been, but like sometimes, only once, I did have a crying breakdown. It was a hard week, and he talked me through it. Okay, next is ballet. You take this both semesters, and you take it for an hour and 15 minutes, twice a week. twice a week. And I just think the ballet class is so amazing. I took a ballet class back where I live, and in like 2 months, I don't think I learned as much as I learned literally in 2 weeks in this class. You're gonna go over all the basic things. You're gonna go over the things you have never heard of, like promenade and frappes. You'd be like, pardon my French, I don't know what that means. You definitely will improve if you don't think that you're talented at ballet. It doesn't matter, you're gonna get better. The next class I took was jazz. I took the 2nd semester, and I think it was an elective. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was. It's also an hour and 15 minutes a week. I was really scared we weren't going to do any like combinations because again, the place that I went to near me, we would like just do across the floor work and like just work on moves, which we would do in this class, but we would never do combinations. And how do you get better at learning combinations and memorizing combinations? Doing them. So I was really thankful that we did combinations. We did about 5 and they were all so fun, and we performed several of them for our final and midterm, and it was great. Next, basic musicianship. This is like music theory, except, so pretty much you take a test before the school year starts, and you either test into theory or to basic musicianship. Now, I'm really thankful that I tested into basic musicianship because though the first semester was really easy, the second semester wasn't as easy. And if I had just been pushed into theory, I would have been like, I need help, this is hard. So if you do take music theory, I'm pretty sure you also take keyboard and oral comprehension. And if you're taking basic musicianship that year, you take like a 4-credit core class instead of those, and then you take those the next year, which is what I'm doing now. But yeah, you learn like the typical music theory stuff that you'd expect to learn. And it really starts with basics, like learning where notes are on the staff, where they are on the piano. So if you have no knowledge, you'll be fine. Okay, the next class, choir. It is twice a week for an hour and 15 minutes, both semesters. Pretty much you just kind of sing choir songs. Choir, what do you expect, you know? It's a really fun class. So we did this one project called Passing the Torch, and pretty much we were given like a theme and we had to pick a song, and it was in groups. And some people like mashed 2 songs together, like we added harmonies to our song. It was like so fun. Also, the super cool thing, we didn't get to do this because Miss Rona decided not to let us do it. But people who were in this class, which is every freshman, gets to be on Good Morning America and sing Christmas carols. How cool is that? What? The next one, a super, super cool class, Collegium or program seminar. We usually just call it program. It is once a week for an hour and 15 minutes, both semesters, and every student in the program, so a Bachelor of Music, there are musical theater students, there are contemporary students, and classical students. All of those students for all 4 years are in this class. There are master classes, and there are also showcases, so like different people will sing, like maybe the seniors, musical theater seniors will sing, and maybe the classical freshmen will sing, whatever. Some highlights of people we had this year: Lauren Alred from Greatest Showman. We had Carvin Lassant from Hamilton. We had Gavin Creel from Hello Dolly. We had Sierra Renee from Frozen, and we had Charlie Sutton, who originated and danced in 10 Broadway shows. What? And we also had like many more people. So that was a really fun class that I always look forward to. I'm even more excited now that it's gonna be in person because we get to literally meet these people in person. And the nice thing about going to NYU is you're in the city, so these people live close by. These people who work on Broadway are like, they're so close. The next class is vocal performance for singers. It's just your first semester, and it is for an hour and 40 minutes, and it is once a week. Pretty much you learn about the voice, how it works, like your body and how all of that works, how breathing in works. You learn about the different like systems in the body that pertain to like when you're stressed and what happens and how that messes with your singing ability. We also read this really cool book called The Inner Game of Tennis, and yes, it's about tennis, but it's also applicable to singing and like many other things, because it's pretty much just about how to, you know, kind of get over like fear of singing in a way. Pretty much how to get out of your head. The next one is New Student Seminar. We had this just for a semester. It was only once a week, and it was for an hour and 15 minutes. You're supposed to like learn about New York, like the city, so you can get used to living in the city because it's pretty new for like most people. But like most of us weren't there in the city, and it's like, it wasn't normal because there was coronavirus. But that's what you're supposed to learn. Pretty much when I had it, we just kind of talked about our feelings and politics, because that was what was going on at the time, and our frustrations and stuff like that. And it was a really nice class to kind of get everything out. There was no homework, you know, nothing like that. One of our classes, they had somebody come in and we like talked about how to be more productive. And then one of our classes, freaking Nick Rouleau from Hello Dolly came and talked to us. We had, oh my God, it was amazing. Next class, music business, an hour and 40 minutes once a week. It's on Fridays, the same time that the vocal performance for singers happens. The title is pretty on the nose. You learn about the music industry, the business of music. So you talk about like the large companies who produce the music and like the copyright stuff of it all, stuff like that. Next class, English diction for singers. This is only first semester, and it is an hour and 15 minutes twice a week. Now the program at Steinhardt is a hybrid program. You don't have to limit yourself. If you want to sing musical theater, if you want to sing contemporary music, pop music, if you want to sing classical art songs, you can do it all because you get all these classes. And the first year you take classes with like all of these different majors. And so you take English diction for singers. So if you're ever asked to sing an art song, you can, and you can sing it well, because I thought that singing an art song, you just kind of sing it like an opera singer would. No, there's more to it than that. I'm not gonna lie, this class was really hard, especially because I'm studying musical theater and it's not like I'm really going to be using this as much, but I think it's definitely a good thing to know. And I mean, the program is changing each year. They used to make you take Italian diction the second semester, but they have gotten rid of that unless you are a classical major. Okay, the last one isn't really a class, but it kind of is, but it's not. But it kind of is, but it really isn't. So kind of confusing. It's called New Student Spotlight, and it's pretty much like a showcase. It is. It's literally a showcase for freshmen, and it's so fun. We had ours online, but like, it was still fun. So imagine how much fun it's gonna be in person. It's at the end of first semester. We only had like 2 nights that we like really worked on everything, because there were 2 group numbers and they were both musical theater songs. And we worked several hours, like late into the night. It was fun. You get to sing a solo song. It was like, I think a third, no. You had 90 seconds and you had to give an intro like to what your song was about. Our theme was Rise Up, and then you have to give or sing. You just have to sing. So you do a cut of a song. You get to work on your song individually, and then you also, in your choir, like the choir, you sing one of those songs there as well. So it's fun. I also wanted to include that I did take academic classes. I took Writing the Essay first semester, and then an advanced college essay the second semester. And then I also took nutrition and health, and then cracking the code. And you don't specifically have to take those 2, but you do have to take core classes to fit a certain amount of requirements. So yeah, those are all the classes I took. I'll put right here my first semester and then second semester, so you can kind of see like the calendar of what it looks like, because it's kind of hard to visualize based on what I told you. But it is a lot of hours, and I recommend, blocking out time in your schedule for when you're going to sing, because if you don't, you're not gonna sing, which is like, it's kind of really important to sing because it's kind of your major. It's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than people would think, because there are so many gosh darn classes. But that's all I have to say. I have done several day in the life videos, and I will put those in the eye wherever that is, and also in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, you found it helpful, like the video. Leave any questions if you have any more questions, like about the classes, about what you might be taking, anything, literally anything. I don't care. Leave them down below. Subscribe, yes. Turn on the notifications, because that's really important, guys. And have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.